Hey guys, me and Ashley have had our phones for a couple weeks now. We got them on the day of release, the day they were launched. Been using them pretty regularly. I mean, I use mine all day, every day, constantly. Right now, I've used mine pretty much all day, and I'm at 74% battery, and that's pretty typical. I usually end up the day about 54 to somewhere around 40. So I even have battery at the end of the day. What are you at?
I'm at 67, but I watch Netflix obsessively
Yeah, she's been watching Netflix. So what
for
does that
like
tell you?
2 hours.
And it's 4:30 in the afternoon. So
Netflix will run it down though quickly,
yeah,
but that's my fault. So.
but I use mine most for email and web pages, that kind of stuff. I like the Touch ID. I've never had one that had the Touch ID. I've had just where you had to punch the code in. Love the Touch ID. I wish it stored more than 5 fingerprints.
Yeah, that's one of my complaints.
It stores only 5 fingerprints in there, so you can get. I do like my thumb and finger on this hand, and my thumb and finger on this hand, and then I think Ashley has hers on here. I don't know.
No, it's not.
Or maybe Mommy's got hers in here. I don't know. Tammy, no Mommy. Tammy, hi Mommy. Anyway, I really like it. I thought I would really not like the bigger screen. I thought, an iPad Plus, the iPhone Plus would be like way too big. And this one's a little bit bigger. I like the size difference. I still don't think I would like the Plus. I haven't had one in my hand to know that for sure, but this is plenty big enough for me. Keyboard wise, I use a predictive keyboard, but I don't actually use it. I mean, I leave it on, but actually using it for predicting what I type.
I hated the predictive keyboard, and I turned it off.
Yeah, she turned hers off.
It just made me mad.
I never use it. I bring it up, but I never actually use it. Adding additional keyboards, I've tried to add additional keyboards to mine. I like the one like where you swipe your hand on the letters. I like that. But the bad thing is the operating system itself has a little bugs where it doesn't keep the keyboard up there. It locks up things like that. So it's not 100% with the keyboard thing yet. So once the next release comes out, I'm on 802, which so is Ashley. Once the next release comes out, I think they'll fix a lot of those little bugs and issues. But beyond that, I really like it.
You mentioned you called it a predictable keyboard?
Predictive keyboard.
Predictive. So that means if you're, someone like me that doesn't have
that, to type,
it will finish
It'll finish.
It'll give you suggestions for what you want. So if I start typing H, then it's at the top. It's going to say hi, hip, and.
I wouldn't like that either. I don't blame you.
And I didn't like that. It'd take me off, because then I'd touch it, and then I have to erase it and do it again.
See it right above the keyboard. It says I, the, and whatever else it says.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Right in that area.
Yeah. That, right. And so I could say the.
So you could just hit the okay.
The fact that I can.
So it's supposed to make it quicker for you to text.
Yeah.
And it just agitated me. One thing I don't like about texting is not autocorrect. I like that it corrects my spelling. I don't like that it correct things like ha space. I just want to say ha ha and be done. I don't want to laugh like a banshee. And it'll change it to like 10 ha's. Ha ha ha. And I want to do that. I don't like it. And it takes me off. And then I have to erase all this ha. And then I have to retype my ha ha. And then it'll do it again. And on the third time, it'll leave it like it is. But it just agitates the P out of me. And it still does it.
All you gotta do is start typing and hit the X next to the suggestion.
There's no X. There's no X. I've looked.
Because it used to do it to me. If you don't like that letter, you just type the X next to the suggestion. It goes off. The volume's really good on it.
Yeah, see? There's no X. It just did it. Yep.
No, start typing it.
Okay, it didn't do it that time because I erased it. We'll give it a minute. We'll do it again.
Anyway,
It's going to take me off.
I like the volume's good. The sound's good. I hear when I'm actually using the phone volume's really well. The only thing I've noticed is you really have to have the speaker right on your ear for it to be able to hear it. And I just have to kind of move it up and down a little bit until I can hear it.
I don't talk on the phone.
She doesn't talk on the phone. I can hear it really well. Tammy said that it...
I swear it's not going to do it now. That ticks me off.
What about in your car? Is it just as good?
Bluetooth-wise, yeah, Bluetooth works just as fine. We both have ours on Bluetooth through our cars. I'm assuming the sound quality is about the same for you when you're listening on the other end.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It took longer though this time. With this iPhone rather than my last iPhone, and maybe it's because it's the second device in my car. It took a really long time to transfer all the contacts into my phone. So like the first 3 times I used it, I had to like read Mom's number out loud, which was really annoying because she's like, I did not understand that number. Please repeat. And I'd say it again. Please repeat. Finally, I just gave up and used my hands and almost died.
So Ashley, what about like the camera? Have you used your camera?
Yeah, it's really nice.
She's so precise. The camera is nice. It does. I haven't used it yet, but it does have slow motion and time lapse. I haven't used time lapse at all. I did play around with slow motion a little bit. It's kind of cool.
Don't use any of that. None of that's practical. Let's be honest.
The quality of, if you use it, is. The quality of the pictures are really good. You can do the HDR, high dynamic range photos, where it brings out the colors a lot better. It does those built in. The quality of the pictures is really good. Video, I don't know if Tammy's noticed the difference between videos because she does the editing of videos that I do. I don't know if she's noticed a quality difference between what I used to do and what I do now. I don't know, but do you not notice?
I haven't paid attention. I haven't paid attention at all.
I've noticed when I'm doing video and stuff, it seems darker on the screen. The pictures and stuff seem darker, but I think once they get actually done and you're looking at them, they're not darker when you're actually looking at them and editing them. So that must be just something with the screen. I can't think of anything else. I'm really happy with it. I would definitely like the phone.
I had somebody say that they were worried about getting one because of the bending issues.
That's only the 6 Plus.
And even then, it's not really an issue. Even Consumer Reports came out and said that wasn't. I mean, unless you're really really working at it, it's not an issue. They've had. Last I heard, Apple said there was only like 9 people that had complained about bending. So I mean,
out of what, millions?
Millions, yeah. I think their adoption rate right now is like 6 or 7 million, 8 million phones, something like that already.
Well,
so,
and if you're dumb enough to keep it in your pocket all the time and sit in the repetitive motion all the time, obviously it's going to bend. That's stupid. Eventually, if you put it in your back pocket and you sit on it enough time in the exact same spot, it's going to break. Obviously, I feel like that's stupid. Like,
so, Ashley, what positive things do you like about it?
I've dropped it a bunch and it hasn't broken yet, and I don't have a case.
That's good. Okay.
I don't like that the camera sticks out. That ticks me off.
Oh, yeah, the camera does stick out.
It does stick out, and I don't understand why. I'd rather have it not whatever those fancy words were. I'd rather have it smushed in where it didn't look like an alien eyeball hanging on.
See, I don't have a problem with it. As long as it doesn't scratch up the thing, which it's got a sapphire lens on it, so it's not going to scratch up anyway, or very unlikely to scratch up. It did take me a while to get used to the home button being on the side.
But I like it.
I like it on the side. The only thing I've noticed is when you're taking the shots, you used to be able to just go, and now you kind of have to move your hand to the side and push against it. But
yeah.
For screenshots, that's a minor thing. You get used to it. If you're holding it like this and you push it, it's okay. But if it's laying down on a table and you try to push it, you got to be careful not to hit the volume buttons at the same time. You have to kind of go down and push against it.
And I've done the move several times where it's laying flat and I go to turn the volume down and I hit the lock button and there goes Netflix, which is devastating.
I haven't had any complaints with it, honestly.
And it's, okay, one thing, I love it, but one thing at the curved edges, I used to be able to prop my phone up on the side with my 5 and watch Netflix and watch it and prop it up. I would prop it up against like stuff and now it falls down. And now I can't do that.
You know what you use?
My Netflix is.
You know what you use? You know your charger?
No. Yeah.
The charger?
But it's upstairs.
Just lay it on the table and prop it up in the 2 little tongs and stick it up.
Well, but then I have to walk up the steps and I'd rather just, no.
So you like it? You're happy with it?
I'm completely happy with it. I'm glad I got it. Well worth the money. I had a 5, and then I updated to the 6. So for me, it was a pretty good size update as far as speed and stuff like that goes. So I'm happy with it.
And I had to have an update at that point because I dropped the old one so many times. There are little clips that hold your screen down in the phone part. And they had broken, and it was off, literally off. I could put my fingernails in between and yank it off, and I really wanted to, but that's it.
The good thing was, I'm glad you said that, because
Yeah.
Some people don't think you can sell those on eBay.
Yes.
And you sold your phone on eBay, and your daddy sold his phone
And
on eBay.
mine sold for $10 less than his, and we got a pretty good time. And mine was like literally you couldn't even use the screen. It was like not used because I refused to update my phone to iOS 8, so
Yeah,
I
she
was
was
on
starting
iOS 6.
Yeah.
And
So
I don't really care for iOS 8, but that's a whole other conversation.
it has nothing to do with the operating system. If you do have a phone you're upgrading, even if you have a 5 or maybe even an older phone than that, think about putting it on eBay because they will sell.
Mm-hmm.
There are companies that will buy them too. I don't think you get as much money out of them, but people will buy your old phones. So just keep that in mind. You can recoup almost all the cost of the phone with just by
We got
reselling your
what,
phone.
like 80% back? No, probably like 70.
75%.
70%.
Yeah. So,
Pretty
anyway.
good.
So I'm happy with it. I'm glad I got it. I still don't think I would like the Plus, but I am glad I got this one. And if you have any questions, maybe leave them in a comment below, and I can answer the comment for you. Thanks.